Okay, BC Calc kids. So we're going to be doing a volume by washers. Now I'm going to show you something from 7th grade, not to insult you, but to have you understand what we're going to be doing in BC Calc, okay? So let's say I have this outer cylinder and I have this inner cylinder, right? This outer cylinder is black, the inner cylinder is red. If I want to get the volume of the space between these two cylinders, would it make sense to you that you would do the outer cylinder minus the inner cylinder? So let's say the outer cylinder has a radius of r sub 1, and the inner cylinder has a radius of r sub 2. We would end up doing volume minus volume, right? So we do pi r squared h minus pi r squared h. But the radius would differ. So we'd have pi r1 squared h minus pi r sub 2 squared h. We could factor out the pi, right? And then we'd have r1 squared minus r2 squared times h. This is basically going to be our formula in BC Calc. Okay. So I'm going to pause this. I'm going to write up a problem. You can copy it down, pause it, then come back. All right, so we're going to find the volume for each revolution by revolving the area formed by the two curves, y equals 2x and y equals 2x squared. Okay, so it all depends on what you're revolving around. So for the first question, we're going to revolve around the x-axis. So the key is there's going to be two radii, right? So we're going to have pi times the integral r1 squared minus r2 squared times dh, which is going to be dx, right? So, and what is x going from? 0 to 1. Okay, kids. So when you're looking at r1, that's the outer radius, right? So r1 is the distance from 2x to the x-axis, which is y equals 0. So R1 is literally the function 2x. Now R2 is this inner radius. Well, this inner radius is that R2 is equal to 2x squared. Okay, so the volume is equal to pi times the integral from 0 to 1 of 2x squared minus 2x squared squared. Okay, from there you would be expected to get the answer. I don't need to waste your time doing basic math, okay? That's how it goes. Next one, let's say we're revolving around the line y equals 2. So, where is the line y equals 2 with respect to this? Well, these intersect, right, at 1, 2. So the line y equals 2, let me just draw it in green, is this line here. So what is further from y equals 2? What is further? That's what you need to say to yourself. That's the outer radius, R1. So R1, now keep in mind it's going to be upper minus lower. That is 2 minus 2x squared. Okay, the inner radius is right here in red. So R2 is 2 minus 2x. So your volume would be pi Still going from 0 to 1 as far as the x's go. So the larger radius is 2 minus 2x squared. We'd be squaring that. And then the inner radius, R2, is 2 minus 2x. Okay, then of course you'd get the answer from there. Okay, so just think of it as outer radius minus inner radius. That's when you have a washer. These are called washers. Now, you might not even know what a washer looks like for all I know, okay? I will attempt to draw a picture of a washer. So a washer looks like this. That's my inner part. Now I'm going to do my outer part. Yeah, I'm definitely don't have a lot of artistic talent here. I fantasize that I do, but I really don't. Okay, well, this is one of those little washers, if your parents have ever asked you to give them one when they were doing some work. Or maybe they don't do the work, maybe they have someone else do it. I don't know. But the outer radius, you go from the center, wherever you're revolving around. Okay, you have your outer radius. Then you have your inner radius. That's the idea. Outer, inner. Okay? That's the way it works, kids. Okay, so for example C, again, I'm just going to keep the same region that I'm revolving. I have y equals 2x squared, right? And I have y equals 2x. I don't think this was the greatest picture I've done in my life, but it's good enough by me, okay? So this time I'm going to revolve this around the line y equals -2. So again, I have my outer radius. So look at my outer radius. This is R1. So R1 is 2x minus -2. Minus -2 is just +2. My inner radius is going to be 2x squared minus -2. Okay, so the volume, it's the same formula, guys. It's pi. I'm going from 0 to 1. These are perpendicular to a horizontal line. So when they're perpendicular to the horizontal line, it's always going to be respecting x. So I have my R1 squared. My R2, you're always subtracting, kids. My R2 squared dx. My dx is my little height, okay? Okay, at this point, you're probably thinking, this is going well. It's not too bad. Okay, well, what if we revolve around a vertical line? So let's say I want to take this area, okay, the area bounded by this curve, and I want to revolve it around the y-axis. So if I want to revolve it around the y-axis, I have to change my equations. Instead of y equals 2x, right? It's going to be x equals y over 2. And instead of y equals 2x squared, keep in mind where we are. We're going to divide by 2, so we're going to have y over 2, but we're going to have the positive square root. Okay, so let's look at this. It's the same curves, kids. So we have y equals 2x is the same thing as x equals y over 2. And then we have the primary square root here. So the primary square root is x equals the square root of y over 2, because we only have a piece of the parabola. Okay, so now let's look at our outer curve. So this is further away. So R1 is going to be square root of y over 2. R2 Oh, how did I just click on that? Right. R2 is going to be this curve, which is simply y over 2. Technically, it's minus 0. Technically, this is minus 0, okay? But we know that subtracting 0 doesn't do anything. So the volume, now think in terms of integration. Think about where you're going from. I have pi, but my y values are going from 0 to 2. And then I have my outer curve squared. When I square this, kids, this just becomes y over 2, right? Hold on. I could do better than that. That's messy. Luckily, you guys don't see what I recover here. Y over 2 minus R2 squared. I squared the first thing. I just got rid of the square root. Okay, showing respect to y. Okay, this is really just going to get repetitive for you. So for question D, I'm going to revolve around x equals -1. So again, same graph. X equals -1 is over here, kids. Right? Same curves. Okay, so we had, for this curve, we had x equals y over 2. And then for the parabola, we had x equals the square root of y over 2. Okay, so my outer radius, keep in mind it's right minus left, so this is my outer radius. So R1 is going to be square root of y over 2 minus -1. Minus a negative is +1. R2 is going to be y over 2 minus -1. Okay, so we have pi. Remember, we're going from y equals 0 to 2, like in the last problem. R1 squared minus R2 squared dy. Okay? All right, let's say we were revolving it around the line x equals 2. Same picture. All right, so here we go. But x equals 2 is over here, as you know. So my outer radius, remember outer is further. So R1 is going to be 2 minus y over 2. R2, the inner radius, that is going to be 2 minus square root of y over 2. So the formula is the same. It's just pi times the integral from 0 to 2, right? R1 squared minus R2 squared. That's it, kids. Put brackets around that. All right. So that concludes our first video. We will be doing calculator active problems as well, but we'll save them for in class. Okay, I hope this wasn't too long or too burdensome. But anyway, that is how you get volume by washers. Thanks, kids.